Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is plug in a network cable into your network, and then the other end into your iDRAC port on your server. Boot it up. It can take a few minutes. And then on the front of your server panel, there's those buttons, and you get to the menu on the LED screen, and you have the ability to change the iDRAC to DHCP. And so this is the easiest thing for me to do. And then on Mac, I have software called, if you don't want to jump into your router's DHCP table list, I have just a free software called LAN Scan, and easily was able to pull up the IP address that my router assigned to it. And then you're going to go to HTTPS, whatever the IP address is. And most browsers will warn you that the certificate is invalid, so just bypass that. And then you'll get to the login screen. And so the default username is going to be root, and the default password is going to be Calvin, Calvin, all lowercase. I've already updated the password for this. And you'll be presented with the dashboard. And if you haven't been in here before or familiar with Dell's, basically, it's kind of a web portal for your BIOS of your server. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, and so you can kind of just browse each page and see what's available. So this is a common mistake when downloading ESXi, the free version. It's called Hypervisor. If you just kind of go to VMware's page, go to products, they do have ESXi. It's going to be bundled. More of an enterprise thing. It's going to have a 30-day trial with a license, and then you're going to have to pay for it. So easiest thing to do is just go to Google, VMware ESXi free, and get past the ad, and you're going to go to this one right here, download VMware vSphere Hypervisor for free. So once you land here, you're going to want to create an account and log in, and then you'll get a license key, and then you'll be able to download. Now that you're logged in, click on license and download, and there's your license key. And then you're going to want to click on this manual download, this top one. You're going to want to go to Virtual Console, and the default is native, and we're going to change this to HTML5. This will be a lot easier. Instead of using Java, it downloads a Java file. You have to have Java installed. There's a couple errors since this is kind of an older version, but once we change it over to HTML5, and then we go back up to, you can go to Overview, click on Launch, and you are in. And now what we need to do is connect our ISO image that we downloaded earlier. You can go to Virtual Media, Map CD DVD. There's the ISO. Open. Click Map Device. Close this. Press any key to continue. It's going to load up your RAID controller configuration. At this point I have 0 drives in here, but I do have an SSD to boot off of for now. Okay, so after a few minutes we finally get to the installer. I'm going to click enter. F11. You can also pull up the online keyboard. So I found our SSD. I'm going to click enter. Click OK to overwrite the data. US default for the keyboard. So they do require a more sensitive password. So we'll go ahead and enter that. This warning is fine, we can bypass that. And then now we go to F11 to confirm the install. Alright, the installer has finished. Go ahead and press enter to reboot. While this reboots, if you haven't already, go ahead and plug in another an Ethernet cable from your router or your switch into one of your NICs, separate from your iDRAC, and that's how we're going to access the ESXi web console. And there you have it. First boot of VMware ESXi 7.0. Open up a new browser and go to 10.0.0.130, and we can check out the panel. So the username is going to be root, and the password is going to be the password that we set up earlier. Okay, so after a successful login, we have a main dashboard. One thing that is useful is to change it from a DHCP to a static IP address. You're going to go to networking, your VM kernel NICs, click on your VMK0, and you're going to click edit settings, and you're going to go through and change this from DHCP to static. Click on this to expand and type in whatever you want, hit save. You might have to change your IP address obviously in your web browser, or it might need to reboot also. So that's it. We've officially done a clean install of ESXi on a Dell server using iDRAC, and now you can start using virtual machines, create new ones, add your storage. Plan on doing some more videos specifically for Docker and also Proxmox on this Dell server as well. So hope you enjoyed the video.